For the vivid representation on this channel from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, United Kingdom, and the United States of America. The other countries do not show in my analytics, but thank you so much for being on this channel. Do let me know where you're from in the comment section. This is your beloved Arundhati Kanawala, your final year medical student from Srimati Kashibai Navle Medical College, Pune. I am so happy that this channel is expanding globally. The purpose of this channel was actually to build a space for medical journeys of all types which can be shared and explored together. So without much further ado, let's jump into this video, and I highly suggest you watch it till the end because it will definitely change the way you look at your time in the medical college. So just before we get into the video, I am super happy to be partnering with Unacademy. It is India's largest learning platforms, and it takes into account the top rankers and educators of the country to cater the needs of the students preparing for competitive exams like NEET, engineering, UPSC, etc. Currently, Unacademy is running their Unique, which is the Unacademy's Intelligence Quest, which gives you topic-wise daily practice papers from Monday to Thursday. It includes 30 questions for around 30 minutes, for which the portion is given on their website, and you can completely enroll for free. The best part about these programs is their doubt solving sessions where you can ask unlimited doubts at any point of the day, to which you get a high resolution video recording of the solutions in Hindi and English both. You get exact matches to your questions, you get instant assistance, and also they help you a lot with your homework. Unacademy also has started providing financial aid to the people and the aspirants who are extremely passionate about making their career powerful, which is so amazing, catering to equal opportunities to everyone. Under Emerge, Unacademy is also catering to the 10th and 12th standard CBSE Term 1 board exams in the form of their final mega mock test from the 27th to the 30th of November from 5 to 6:30 p.m. for which you can enroll using my code Arundhati10 to avail a 10% discount. You can also use my code Arundhati10 to avail a 10% discount on their Unacademy Plus and Iconic subscriptions. Also, I would like to know the response of your experience once you do it. So this CV building I will divide into 3 parts. First is when to start with, second what to start with, and the third one will cover the research aspect of it. Now, answering the first question, that is, what is the best time to start building your CV? I suggest since the day one of your medical college, I would recommend you build a rough blueprint of the things that you want to cover, which you will get a very good idea of once you continue watching this video. And as the time passes, you can tick whatever you've covered. Answering the second question, that is what to start with. Now, the best thing to do is to do something that is actually in your hands, your academics, awards and certification. Now, the moment you enter medical college, you tend to find it as a very overwhelming experience, but just know that whatever you're going to accomplish here, it's always for a bigger cause. Distinctions and proficiencies in the different subjects of medical college definitely boost your CV. Also, make sure that you're participating in competitive quizzes, case and poster presentations, and debates in various medical colleges. Also, try to participate in various essay writing competitions which are organized by American Heart Association, American Rheumatic Association, the Royal Society of Medicine, Medical Women's Foundation, British Geriatric Society, then the Royal College of Pathology, to name a few. A lot of these portals look for updated CVs. That is actually a accumulation of your 2+2 years in your undergrad curriculum. So you should make sure that you also have an updated LinkedIn account as well as portray a good social image. In the first 2 years of your medical college life, you actually have all the time to indulge in clubs and make sure that you're taking up leadership roles. You can be a professional development director, you can be a public relations director, social media manager, marketing manager, or a director. Then you have HRD, you can be a president of a club, you can be a vice president. This actually talks a lot about your ownership of responsibilities, and it's actually something that the program directors discuss in your interviews that they conduct. In the first year under MSAI, in the committee of Scopi, I worked as a local exchange officer that took in charge of the international medical students that came to our college. I took care of their schedules and looked after their working in different departments of our college. I also showed them around our city, and that really helped us build a good intercultural bond. So this is regarding a question I was asked. So exchanges in both research and medical programs are a great experience. What you can do is, before going there, you can get in touch with the professor of the department of your interest that you're going for, email them saying that you are coming, and along with just taking rotation with them, you should try and get hold of good cases which you can come and talk about in the conferences that you will attend. Prepare a paper presentation. Then you can also, if there is a medical conference happening at that point in that particular country, you can go and attend that, do workshops. Make yourself like a sponge, and at the same time very opportunistic, so you're not really like missing out. Don't procrastinate opportunities or events in your life when you're actually seeing them happen right in front of you. Don't say later in my life I'll go and have a case. Just, how do I say, be creative at that point, because I think whatever time you have is gold, and you have to make the best of what you have, so don't delay anything. Certificates don't really have to be uploaded in a CV, but it is really important that you have a note of appreciation or a letter of recommendation, which you can definitely talk about in your CV. In my second year of medical college, I applied for the International Service Director of the Rotaract Club of Caduceus, RID 3141, and it was such an honor to be working with them, because at that time they were India's biggest Rotaract Club of Medicos. Proudly, my co-director and I completed over 36 projects that year, for which we were awarded and appreciated by the district. In my post, I conducted various international medical days in the form of activities, events. So to name a few, I organized a health checkup camp with the students of MBBS and dentistry, also providing rehabilitation via physiotherapy to the destitutes and individuals of cerebral palsy at Baikla's Ashadan. I also planned a vaccination drive during the Health for All campaign. Along with that, I helped in organizing the leprosy awareness, which was conducted in the form of street plays by various colleges in different villages around the hospitals and even around the railway station. I also conducted a good touch and bad touch along with self-defense campaign for women, which was actually conducted over 12 cities in India, and it was a big success at that time. My third year came in, and that actually went completely in studying for my USMLE Step 1. That was also the time when I shifted my club from RC Caduceus to RC Medicrew. I just know that an association with Rotaract Club, which is actually coming under Rotary International, is really beneficial, and having like-minded people working for the community in the same reason. And sometimes it's not just for the certificates, Like I said, leadership roles really change, but this year I continued as a member because of the situation I was in. But it was really good to be engaged, and I did cover a lot of good projects during that time. In my final year, I started this YouTube channel, something that I'm extremely proud and also passionate to continue, which I also feel I will definitely mention in my CV. So yes, these 4 years I did contribute in some way or the other to my personal growth, and I'm sure it will be recognized at some point during my CV building. At this time, I'm also a member of RC Medicrew. The other organizations which you can participate and take up leadership roles are Switch India, AMSA. Along with that, make sure you're doing voluntary work with American Red Cross, UN volunteering, then WHO volunteering, and American Cancer Research. These ones that I know that people usually do, you can always, and they're also very renowned, so it's good to be associated with something like that and contribute in one way or another. A portal like ERAS really looks into the fact if you're ACLS or BLS certified, so make sure you do that. The other point is about tele-rotations. It's a great opportunity if you want to sit at the comfort of your house and make sure your learning is going on. It looks greatly into patient care and patient exposure. ERAS also looks into the fact if you are actually knowing a particular language of the country that you're going to, for example, Spanish in this case. Along with that, also do activities that molds your personality, because in the interview sometimes it really goes to that and you definitely want something to talk about. Answering the third thing, that is about research. Now, I know that research is a very broad area. You can work firstly on research articles, then which you can have a retrospective or a prospective study. You can do research review articles where you're reviewing the researches that have already been published. And thirdly, you can indulge into remote researches where you do and work on case reports. So basically, if you find an interesting case and there are these findings that you probably have not seen before, you can definitely want to present it in a particular way and get it published. Now, currently I am working on a particular research. First of all, it's very important to know your field of interest and don't get into your peer pressure because you want it to be substantial. Now, the best way to go about it is actually get in touch with research societies and the professors of your college. The other way can also be to go on PubMed, see the recent publications in the subject of your interest and see the authors. So basically, these are the professors who are actively involved in research, and the best way is to write an email to them and say that you would like to work with them. And the best part about this is that actually it does not have to be limited to a particular college or a particular state or a country. You can definitely be working in India and helping out an author, a researcher working in a different country. In the CV, also mention if the articles and the research projects that you've worked on are published or are in the process of being published. So make sure that you indulge in it. It might sound that, oh my god, I have so much to do. But when you do all these things that I mentioned before in your medical college, it does not just only limit to studying then, You are challenging yourself to take up a different task, and actually, trust me, this is the best way you're growing because you're also meeting a ton of people, which today, even at the end of my 4 years, I'm finding it to be super beneficial, and these contacts are still helping me get through a lot of difficulties that I have in navigating my way through this. So, like I said, the best part of my life has actually been the time when I've been experimenting and taking leaps. I also want to say that private, government or a deemed college really does not matter if you are proud of the journey that you've taken here. You have actually made the most of every opportunity that came your way, and this is how it does not look monotonous. So just imagine what all you can do and not, be in a chaotic situation at the end just because you did not know how to go about it or you took it any casually. Enjoy your life and at the same time make the most of everything that comes your way, because there are chances, and step by step you can always work on them. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video, Comment down if what part you liked. If I missed out on anything, do let me know so I can cover it up in the further videos. Share it with a friend who is taking up a particular journey and looking forward to some insight on this topic. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more such videos. See you in the next one. Bye!